In the last video, we talked about the operators and like what you want to do for each just general things, but not really individual. And this video is gonna be more so focused on the individual aspect. So on attack, good operators, in my opinion, for solo queuing would be Ace, as he can open walls by himself. He does not need his team on certain maps, which is a good and a bad thing. Like you don't want to get into the idea of I can just open whatever I want, I don't need my team, and then start swinging kids like a fucking idiot because you have the AK-12. You always want to play with your team and generally, but if your team doesn't bring the Zofia, the Ashley IQ, for example, on Oregon, to get the wall open, then it's acceptable for you to run Ace and, get the wall open like that. There's a lot of situations like that where your team just is stupid, but that doesn't make it entirely acceptable on your end to just swing kids. He also has pretty good utility in terms of smokes, and theoretically speaking, let's say you already have a another hard breacher, and let's say it's fucked up and brought Claymore Center flashes or breaches, then you could literally just use your Ace charges as utility to burn the ADSs for bunker. Just a thought, not really a great idea, but you could. For Thatcher, you can always help your team with Thatcher. There is usually never a situation where Thatcher will be completely useless. In some way or other, he can be used. Bunker, he can be used to go to the ADSs from above. On Villa as well, for closet holds, you can counter that with just a Thatcher. Although Thatcher is banned a lot of the time, which is iffy. Thermite, open walls for team. Besides that, he has a pretty decent gun, but not much really there to help him besides flashes. So that's kind of why I think that you should probably stay away from him if you can. But if over Habana and Ace, who are just better options if you're solo queuing. Habana can open walls, hatches, and has flashes, and has a really good gun. Like, her gun is just so good. It's nearly the R4C, but with 20 bullets. Such as one way of thinking about it. And I think that Habana, you should start picking Habana more if you're a Thermite main. It'll usually help you out. Capitao, personally, I miss his ability to burn the ADS with flashes, but his hard breach charge is alright, and he has really good utility. Those smokes are perfect for bunker, as well as the flame. Like, you can use both and you can just dominate. But you just have to be smart about it. Because now, a lot of times, I'm seeing teams turn away from the Wamai and instead bringing just a Jaeger. So, with that, you can literally just, since they're just bringing Jaeger, you can always bring the Capitao and just get rid of that shield. Like, you can't get rid of the shield, but you can get rid of the player behind it. Next up is Nomad. One big issue I personally have a lot when I am playing Siege in solo queuing is my team will I'll be like, watch a flank drone and I'll ask them and they'll just be like, not responding, so I don't really know if I'm safe from behind. Nomad will make sure you're always safe from behind. If you have points off, always audio as well. So, and Nomad's just a good pick in general, regardless of if you're with a 5-stacker or solo. And a lot of these operators are, but this is especially really good. I'd say Yana as well is really good because, if your team's not doing anything for you, you can join yourself in, and you can also join your team in. You have nades to kill players if you need, and you have pretty overall okay guns. You have the G3, which is my preferred pick, which is, pretty solid. There's actually players who pick the G3 over the R4C on Ash, so it's kind of another thing to look at. But then also the ARX is a really popular gun in the community with high damage, decent rate of fire, and the main issue is 20 bullets. So your pick. They're both insane. Sledge can break floor, potential nade kills, creates rotates, has really good guns. Personally, I run the L85 and the SMG11, and then have that and I use the L85 for longer range, and I use SMG11 for really close, under 15-meter fights, because it's just better for that. Twitch helps open the wall. She can break gadgets, and she can, she doesn't really have much to help herself, but she can break ADSs and flash herself in, theoretically, and set execute, so I think that she's a lot of potential there. But, Ying is really good, because you can execute sight almost any time with her, and you won't be really at any sort of disadvantage, because she can just Ying the whole site and then smoke the whole thing. And it's even better in a situation where the other player, a defender, is backed into a corner and they're just kind of waiting for you to swing, and they have like a shotgun, for example. So you can just ying them, and they don't have to guess when you're coming in, and then that's how you go off of it. But Jackal is up next. He provides insane intel for you, and it's very beneficial. You know, he has really good guns. He has a shotgun to break floors open, so you can play him as vertical operator, although most people don't. And then he has the PDW, which has 50 bullets, and just a spray-down machine. Then he has the AR, which is really good, and it's very comparable to other insane ARs in the game right now. But it's so good. He's such a good operator, so versatile. And then those smokes he executes are really good. So, I mean, I think that if people should start picking him more if he's not banned. I personally don't play him because I just don't want to rely on playing Jackal because of the fact that he's always banned most of the time. But someone who used to be really good at getting intel, Lion. He has pretty okay guns. You know, he has the 417, which is relatively okay. He has a PW with 50 bullets as well. Decent shotgun, I guess, but I wouldn't really run that. Then his ability itself is by far the biggest reason of why he's an issue for other players to deal with. If you have a teammate droning, for example, or if you're droning and, you know, you find someone and you want your Ash, whatever the hell the entry frag is, right, to kill him, what you can do, or even if you want to kill him yourself, if you have the intel, you can literally just Lion, and then you can either track them or you know exactly where they're playing, and you can pre-fire it every time. And most of the time you can just pre-fire without the Lion, but the Lion gives you that extra bit of edge. So, in my opinion, I think Lion's a good pick for attack. And that's gonna just about wrap up the video. I wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the views, and also any feedback you want to give me. You know, this is something that I've been working on a bit, and we're gonna have Defenders out next week probably. And yeah, thank you so much. Have a nice day. You know what's also very nice? Rogue Energy. Use code RWE in the Rogue Energy store for 10% off your next order. Unfortunately, there's no direct link setting Rogue Energy will make you a better gamer, but in my case, it sure has. It helped my KD get up in league games. Without Rogue Energy, I went 11-19, but with it, I went 29-16 and won several clutch situations. Thank you very much, and that's actually the end of the video now. Thank you, goodbye, have a nice day.